Hi, Bee Charming. How are you doing? I am. Oh, see, look, pop up live stream. We're live. Let's turn that on. Because I like to have my streams open in YouTube as well, because I have more control from there. So, oops, to mute myself. Hi, Josh. How you doing? I just let's see. I just finished pouring a bunch of resin on some new products. Well, actually, just some trivets, but yeah, I have some time to kill, so I thought I'd come on and say hello since it's been a while since I've done a live. Yeah. So how is everybody on this lovely Wednesday afternoon or evening, as it may be? It's only 2:45 in my world. I didn't think I'd be done quite so quickly. So that works. I got a cricket. Not that, not, well, you might care. But I got a cricket. I bought it secondhand from one of the ladies that I do the craft market with every Sunday. And I am having just a blast with it. I've made some new clocks, and I had some trivets that I had to recoat. So I brought them home and put some sayings on them as well. And yeah, hopefully they'll sell better, attract more people or something. I don't know. I think people don't realize they're actually for the kitchen. So, there is that. It's been fun. At least it like I don't make a ton of money. I usually make enough to cover my table and then maybe a little bit more, but it does force me to get out of the house at least once a week and out into the out. Is that what they call it? Into the outside. But there are people there. And so I have to go and be peoply for like a whole day. You gave your granddaughter yours, B? Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. It's what is it? An Explore Air 2. And I have the 12 by 12 mats, and I bought a bunch of different 12 by 12 just vinyl. I haven't done any t-shirts yet, although I do have t-shirt transfers that I already had. I just didn't have a Cricut, well, I mean, I used to just do them without cutting them out, right? Or I'd cut them by hand, which is never really the same. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. That and taking care of the house and taking care of the honey and taking care of the Mima. That's my world. And what have you been getting up to? I decided to put off my what I've discovered about Christmas video until after Christmas because I don't want to ruin the holidays for everybody. So I'm not going to do that. I've been telling myself I'm not doing another video until I finish my next podcast. And I know my next podcast is going to shock a lot of people. So, yeah, I've been kind of putting it off and putting it off. And so then I can't do any more. I had to do that one where I reviewed the scrubber because I got that like before Halloween and I hadn't reviewed it yet. So I felt bad. I had to do that. I had to get that review done. But yeah, I have to make my next video in my podcast, which is all about what I'm learning about the history of religion. And oh my gosh, if you saw either of my podcasts, um, that religion has been corrupted since there was religion. and not necessarily corrupted from inside the Hebrew church, which is what it would have been back then. Hebrew, not even Jew yet. They weren't Jew until later. Anyway, there's so much historic information that I imagine that people don't think about, maybe. Um, they church doctrine, and that's one thing I can say is that I haven't been taught with, 2,000 years of church doctrine. I didn't learn all that stuff because my Bible study has been largely me reading the Bible and then trying to put it into historical context. And I'm not necessarily learning it from somebody else. And so I'm not getting those doctrines that have been passed down from generation after generation after generation of corrupt church after corrupt church after corrupt church after corrupt church. And so, yeah, when you start digging into the history of church and religion, it's pretty wild. So that's going to be my next podcast. I was going to try to do Who is God, but yeah, I ran into some snags, which I will explain in my next video. So if you're catching the replay on this, make sure you hit that notification bell so you can see when my next podcast comes out. Oh, let's see, 8 people watching and only 1 thumbs up. Oh, 2 now because I gave it a thumbs up. But you could too. You could give it a thumbs up if you wanted to. That would be fantastic. Hi, Trust. How you doing? Oh, just talking about history and the church, and going back. I mean, there was corruption even in the days of Moses. So there's always been corruption, and largely the corruption came from. Refresh. It's at 5 thumbs. Woohoo! Ooh, 6 now. And 7 people watching. Yay! Anyway, yeah, I mean, there was corruption before BCE turned to CE, before Jesus was born. There was, I mean, look at, he overturned the tables because of all the corruptions, right, in the temple. And then if you start looking at the Sadducees and the Pharisees, and then of course there's the Essenes, and you look at them and what they did, and then, oh my gosh, you start getting to the 1st century and the 2nd century and the 3rd century, and that's when the Roman Catholic, or the Rome and the Catholic Church were created. And anyway, watch my podcast. It's going to be fun. I don't want to give everything away because it's really interesting. For me, it's really interesting. I know a lot of people don't have the time to dig into this kind of history, or don't have the interest in it. But if they get like a summary, they might like it. So it's interesting what you can find. You can find everything online, just like they say. So what has everybody else been up to? Yeah, the Crusades. I haven't gotten up that far yet. So I'm still hovering around the 1st century to the 4th century, kind of, or the 5th century, I guess. From day 1 to 500. Yeah, it is very interesting. I think I'm having fun studying it. That's a lot of what I do now during the day, is just study. Paint and study. Paint and listen to things. So, but what has everybody else been up to? Come on, tell me. Hi, Gail. Gave up cleaning with your tool. No, no, no. The tool still is in use, but yeah. Hi, Carson. Good to see you. Sweet Gail at Gail Southern Living. So Gail on her other channel, Broken Hearts Ministry, is having a big New Year's bash. So I'll hope to see some of you there. Just learning this video stuff. Are you learning editing, Trust? And what are you using? And how are you, Gail and Carson? How are you doing today? It's only 3 o'clock here, so. I don't plan on hanging out too long. I'm pretty boring, pretty much, you know. I don't have a lot that's going on. We have a very quiet life, as you know, and so cheap as possible. Are you using DaVinci? It's free, so you can't get any cheaper than that. Excuse me. Aw, that's a shame, Gail. Clip Champ. Okay, I haven't tried that. But hey, yeah, free is good. Free is good. DaVinci is free, so. But I just barely know the basics of it. I don't. Still learning. Everything's about learning, right? Yay. Gail was able to give her a good bag, gloves, coat, hat, hat, scarf, and a coat, because it's cold and rainy there, and she looked cold. So that is fabulous. I bet she is a little bit warmer now. Well, Gail has a Cricut, but she doesn't know how to use it. Times when I think I'll try, and times when I'm glad I don't. Are you talking about editing, B? Or the Cricut? Yeah, the biggest thing I found with the Cricut, like I haven't done any printing yet, or any, like, this one will do writing too. It'll write little notes and stuff. I haven't tried any of that stuff yet. I've just done some very basic vinyl transfers. Oh, a food bag. Not a good bag. Okay, that makes more sense. I mean, it was a good bag. It had lots of good stuff. Editing. Yeah, it's interesting. What are you using, B, or thinking about using? Oops. Hi, Nisi. How are you, my friend? That is awesome, Gail. So do you just carry them in your car now? A man's and a woman's? You snowed in, Nisi? It can be a lot of fun. It can be kind of frustrating depending on what you're using. Some things are easier than others. I used to like Movie Maker, but apparently it doesn't even exist anymore. Just trying to stay warm. Yeah, we're not too bad yet. We had snow once. Um, and it was here for a few hours in the day, but and we've had a few temperatures below freezing. But when it's been below freezing, it's been really sunny. So, that's one thing. Yeah, I hear you, Trust. I really liked Movie Maker. It was so easy to use. Um, yeah, DaVinci's okay. It's pretty easy to use. You just have to get used to working with different tabs and uh, just getting used to that. Working on a timeline. I should do a class. Jalapeno on a stick. Yeah, it's quite the jalapeno for sure. All right, Carson. Thanks for popping in. Enjoy your dinner or supper. Sausage and potatoes sounds delightful. Well, y'all have to download DaVinci. Um, yeah, I could go back to doing Techie Tuesdays, but like I said, I got to do that podcast first. So kick me in the pants for not working on it. I so relate to that. Every day I have no idea what I'm going to do for dinner. It's a chore in itself, just figuring out what's for dinner every night. I have no idea what I'm making. Yeah, no, I hear you. No, it's DI. DI. Oh, no, it is DA. Da Vinci Resolve is what it's called. It really is a chore. Yeah, it totally is. It totally is. And Dave will come to me in the morning and say, "What are we having for dinner tonight?" I don't know. I don't know. Some days I know because I'm planning to do something like a roast, or sometimes I tell him just go and get something out of the freezer and I will cook it. Just I don't even care what it is. Just get it out of the freezer so it's thawed by tomorrow for dinner and I will cook it. Or bring me hamburger because I can make stuff from hamburger even if it's frozen. But I think tonight we're just having leftover pizza. because we had pizza last night, and that sounds easy. I've tried that, Trust. I've tried asking him, and he just looks at me with a blank look and says, "I don't know." Mima is getting better. The other day, she actually told me what she wanted for dinner, and then was surprised when she got it. But something that she'll eat is better than something that she won't eat. Yeah, he is something else. Well, there you go. Depending on how much time you have, you can make some fresh bread or buns to go with it. Just saying. Or a salad, a nice salad to go with it. Soup and salad. Cooking is fun, dishes are not. True, true, true. That's Dave does the dishes most of the time. Except when I bake. Like he does the dishes when I cook and like in the mornings and at night. He does dishes. That's not a problem. But when I bake, he doesn't come and do the dishes after I bake. I have to do them. I don't get it. He'll do them for me the rest of the time. Oh, there you go. Plate of raw veggies. That works. Is that face for the fresh bread? Yeah, I say it like it's easy, right? I do have one kind of bread that I know how to make that only takes 2 hours. How did I guess, right? Yeah, no, I hear you. I did get a bread maker now. Oh, there you go. You can make some crack. You mean make some crackers or have some crackers? Have you ever made your own crackers? Has anyone ever made their own crackers? All right, Trust. Thanks for popping in. And yeah, I'll get that out, that podcast for sure. Take care. Have fun. I have days where I don't feel like cooking. Absolutely. Open a box. I haven't either, B, so don't. But I've watched people make them. That counts for anything. And I've never made I've never made my own crackers. I thought about it. It looks easy enough to do, but one of my problems is I don't have a space where I can like roll out. Dave freaks out when I roll stuff directly on the counter. I don't know why. Even if the counter is clean, he freaks out. Gail, did you make your own crackers once? Yeah, it looks fun. Someday maybe I'll decide to do it. Usually I'm too just doesn't interest me at all. Huh, I should though, just to see how it goes. Record the experiment. I haven't recorded anything lately. Um, I do have some recordings of some of the art that I've poured. Yeah, I know. She's shopping for the ministry. That's very cool. I haven't noticed if Nightbot was in here or not. You can try dropping or typing drop if you want to drop your channel, and we'll see if he's here. It's been so long since I've had done a live. He could be very well disconnected. He's overachieving or about over. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I do like fresh baked bread, and that's why I got the bread maker. But again, it sits there more often than not. Our local grocery store has a really good fresh baked like 9-grain bread with seeds and everything on it. So yeah, she was loading for Monday's giving, loading the car. So let's see. There were 2 questions. Gail, didn't you make your own crackers once? And I don't remember what my question was. And of course, mine's not in the chat because I was just talking. Yeah, there's some days when I just, it does make me glad that I can my own soups. Not that I don't occasionally break open a can of soup and oh, there you go. Yeah, I'd like to perfect my own multi-grain, multi-seed recipe, but so far I haven't had a lot of luck. I don't know that it has less gluten if you're using whole wheat flour, and you have to add um, gluten, some kind of gluten, wheat gluten. I don't know. I think that's what it's called. That you add. I have some. I just still haven't had much. Like all my loaves so far, they collapse. They taste fine, but they're heavier than they should be, and yeah, they collapse. So Hubs is usually the bread maker. I wish my hubby was a bread maker or a baker, or he is good at doing prep work if I ask him to. Oh, interesting. Gail made grain-free crackers, gluten-free. Interesting. Were they easy? Or how easy were they? Hey, Cecilia. Good to see you. I don't know. I think I'm about talked out, guys. Does anyone have any questions for me or anything they would like to tell me? Wonderful to see everybody. Maybe in the new year I'll start doing. The weather's pretty good. It's been kind of wet, cloudy, not too cold. We had a few days of freezing temperatures, but it was nice and sunny those days. So we haven't gotten really any snow yet. We got some in November. Haven't seen anything since then. So yeah, it's good. Today it's what is it today? Out there, I don't even know. Hey, Bushcraft, how you doing? Let's see. 45 out there today. So like it's not really warm, but it's not freezing and it's not snowing. So and it's just cloudy today. Yeah, not much up. Just talking a little about my new podcast coming out and some of the history stuff I've been doing and all that kind of fun stuff. I just had some time to kill, so I thought I'd come in and say hello since I've been not live for a while. The family is doing well. Mima and I still aren't exercising enough. Dave is already getting antsy because it's winter and he can't be out in the yard and outside working on stuff, building stuff. Oh, there you go. Thank you so much. I'm sure I'll run into you somewhere here or there, B. A smoked turkey sandwich sounds delicious. So get him fed. And if I don't see you, you also have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. I do still make websites. So yeah, I haven't heard from anybody that I don't know. I don't think. But yeah, I do. I still make websites. I don't usually look for clients, but I usually will help a friend of a friend. So if he mentions, if they, whomever they are, mention your name. Yeah, well, it's been a little over a half hour, guys, and I am pretty much talked out. So I'm going to call it a day and say thanks for coming in to visit with me. And I'll try not to be a stranger. And you take care of yourself. I'll see you soon. Bye now.